I don't know what I'm gonna watch yet, but I'm gonna play some Nubby. We should do some more challenges, man. Nubblock. Failure to meet the quota on any round will result in the leftmost item being deleted. That seems really hard. Nosferatu, maybe? What's the current price on Nosferatu on Amazon Prime Video? I guess I should probably watch A Complete Unknown because it's now on Canadian Disney Plus. It's long though, man. I don't know. I might rather just like listen to Blonde on Blonde. It's mid? That doesn't really bother me. Damn, we're like a stud so far. First peg popped. A random peg emits a pulse that doubles pegs within close range. That seems crazy. The only thing that scares me is not hitting quota and thus having it get deleted. I would have loved to have had like one extra item further on the left to protect it, but first peg popped. A random peg emits a pulse that doubles pegs within close range. I should have just hit the biggest one, man. But I thought, like, I'll hit the small one and double the big one. Not smart. Not smart. It certainly did not double the big one. Unreal Gaming? Listen, not everybody can be Chiblee at this. It kind of blew me away when Chiblee said the game had become his Binding of Isaac, and by that he meant people in the comments of his YouTube videos make fun of him for being bad, but then when he posts one like 5 minutes late, they're like, oh, I didn't eat breakfast until the Nubby video went live today. I'm just being honest with you, I didn't know they were making people like that anymore. I thought that was mostly like individuals who are now like between the age of like 18 and 28. I thought there was like a 1 decade period where they were making individuals with that kind of demeanor, but apparently it's kind of evergreen. Let's try the Nubby dies. I don't know. He does? Oh, I don't want my Nubby to get old, man. Cheese House. It's that simple. And when Nubby dies, force trigger first peg popped. Okay. The Cheese House, we can't lose. That seems like a great backstopper for this challenge. I remember coming back from school and watching Chib play Nubby. Ah, life was so simple back then, man. Always got to remember that whenever someone says life was so simple back then, you have to remember that it was simple because someone else was like doing all the important shit for you. Your mom was like making sure you were ready for school every day, like cooking all your meals and making sure the mortgage got paid and stuff like that. You're just saying we need butlers? Yeah, but there's a problem. Oh, fuck you, man. There's a problem with it because even the butlers need butlers. So you gotta like have a butler, but you also gotta be some butler's butler. Otherwise, it's not fair. We owe our solitude to other people? Damn, that's kind of deep, man. That's a certified Clive quote. Fuck you, man. How did my cheese house die? I thought it was supposed to guarantee that you live. This has got to be a hold R, man. This is like, it's just not gonna happen. I screwed up too early by destroying my 3D glasses. You're not winning like round 17 with no items, I think. What a shot. I would butler for the butler. You know, some of the realest shit that's ever been said in real life, but also on this website, is it's easier to do other people's chores. And it's 100% true. If I leave like a dirty dish on the counter, I don't notice it. Like I created it. I'm like, I'll get to it at some point. But if my wife leaves a dirty dish on the counter, I like immediately grab it, rinse it out, and either like put it in the dishwasher or at least consolidate it in the sink. Like if someone else in your house has some tidying up to do, it feels so much easier to tidy up someone else's stuff than your own. I don't know what it is. Okay, let's go crazy straw. And we'll constantly jumble to buff crazy straw. You jumble every time. Oh, that's a horrible grid, man. We tank those? We tank those! Jumble's a gamble? Lord, I was born a gambling man. We barely made that one. I feel confident as long as we live long enough to hit 10 pegs, we make these. It's a little risky though. If slot 1 is empty, okay. Move this over and harvest some free perks. I'm still gonna jumble. It's on site. Huge. For now, run a little redundancy, man. Oh, snap. You go wide, exactly. You build your board out first, then you optimize with one weapon, Vanessa. Huge. Update on the Toronto Nude Men Parade. I went to Google what their group name was actually called, and the first result was Fox News, so never mind, I fuck with them now. I can understand that. So here's the thing. So this was a callback to something earlier in the stream where I was saying I'm not bothered by nudity, and then someone said they went to the Toronto Nude Men parade, and they saw a lot of old dicks and balls, and they said they weren't traumatized, but they were talking about how it bothered them. So I consider that to be kind of traumatic, I suppose. How dare you? Don't fuck me on this one. You fucked me. You fucked me, we lose. No, we don't lose because we still have a perk that could keep us alive. So I sussed you, and that's not necessarily fair to you, but when you said Toronto Nude Men Parade, I honestly thought it was like a homophobic way to describe the Pride Parade. I thought you were like dog whistling some homophobia, which is why I sussed you. But now finding out that it may actually have been called the Toronto Nude Men Parade, it is a little crazy to me because it is a little insane to go to something called that and then be, I would say, like offended that there's nude men there, but at least, like, it seems like you're on the level at least. Each empty peg space will give points equal to the total number of pegs popped. Okay. Well, don't get attached to it. Now I'm sussing you? Why suss me, man? Try to suss me, I'd rather suss you. Try to juice Ice Cube, it isn't worth it because the broomstick fit your blank so perfect. Oh, that's a little sus, but I didn't write that. That was Ice Cube, man. We're dead. Okay, all right, we go again. New challenge, high score. Fuck all. Why did he write that? He was in an emotional state when he wrote No Vaseline. He said some stuff that I think well, some of it, judging by his recent comments, maybe he doesn't care to take back, but I'm sure there's some stuff in there he would probably take back if he could. The sun do be exploding. Yeah. After Jerry Heller kicked him out of NWA, he should have played Tetris. He probably would have gotten over it like a lot faster. It's gotta be Poop Butt, right? For every time the board is restocked, gain 15 points. It's gotta be Poop Butt by a mile, man. Could be re-rolling. Whatever happened to Shay Carl? Alright, just idle thoughts. My go? Never ask a man his salary, a woman her age, or what Shay Carl called his kids. Yeah, that's true. It was a different time. I'm not defending him. But you can't deny that the time was a little bit different. I'm gonna take the springy perk, man. Why did he call them that? People were they were more flippant with words like that back in the day. Why did I reroll? I wanted to freeze, man. I wanted to buy the slot upgrade. What am I doing? I think we want this. We should buy some other stuff just to protect us. Huge. Poop butt doesn't mess around, man. I'm thinking you just hit that. Okay, historical figures passing you the booth. Who do you take and who do you pass on? Ben Franklin passes you the booth, you're hitting it, 100%. I think if Joseph Mengele passes you the booth, you pass for sure. You do not take a hit off of that. So who's in the middle? I'm interested more in that middle ground where we can have some discussion about it. What president had the best dick game? Who's one of those ones that's like a lifelong bachelor who always lived with like his childhood best friend? Buchanan? Damn, it sucks that Buchanan was like the worst president, right? Because I didn't know that James Buchanan may have been the first gay president. But you can't be like, yes, James, yes, because he basically placated the South until they felt emboldened enough to secede. That's fucked up, man. He might have been going full, like, nuts to ass, as you guys like to say. LBJ had a big one. Well, Source himself, for one. Secondly, everybody knows the bigger your dick, the worse you are at fucking, because you don't have to try as hard, maybe. So, honestly, he probably sucked ass at slanging his meat, if I had to guess. These videos are going to be age restricted, man. And there's no need for it. It's your puritanical censorship standards in your country. Not true, I'm small and I barely try. Well, there's got to be a size where you're just like, what's the point? You know, you can't put lipstick on a pig. But like, all the sizes in the middle, you can have an impact, I'm sure. Okay, 1 second. Pregnancy test this year. First peg pop, Nubby gives birth to a copy of himself. Okay, that's important for a fella like me. Huge, huge, huge. Yeah, I think there's like the best dick size is probably like one where you don't feel comfortable on small dick problems or big dick problems. Although in my head, it does feel like probably the best dick size is feeling slightly welcome on big dick problems. Not that I would know, but... Like, I think that's a middle ground fallacy, right? The idea that, like, I would rather not be short or tall. I would rather be, like, middle height. I'd rather be, like, slightly tall, I think. Because you could always just, like, crouch. If someone was like, you're a little bit too tall, you could duck a little bit. You know, it gives you options, is what I'm trying to say. I do like to eat food. Let's go gourmet perk. Yeah, Liz Fair was right, man. I think maybe something... Maybe 6'1" is like the ideal height. I'm not 6'1", by the way. I occasionally get called 6 foot by guys who are 5'8", because I'm 5'10". 6'1" seems pretty chill. 6'3", I mean, that's in the same ballpark. 6'4", I think, is really where you start to get, like, tall. Hang on, we definitely need crazy straw. I feel like we also, for now, we just want to get another crazy straw. I don't really know what I'm doing with all this. But the next money we're going to spend is going to be spent on getting the slot number 7, I think. Six foot isn't great because no one believes you. I do think, well, it depends on the situation. Well, this is, I was gonna say it's misogynist. It's not really, but you might take it that way. I was gonna say if you're hanging out with dudes, if I was 6 foot even and I was hanging out with dudes, I would say that I was 5'10". Because then the other dudes who are shorter than you would have to like nut up and be like, you're not 5'10", I'm 5'10", and then they bust out the measuring tape and you go, like, you'll be like, oh, my mistake, I'm actually 6 foot tall, but it turns out you're 5'7.5". So you own them and gain like social favor, like as a result of that. Definitely take the void perk. I would fuck with people if I was tall, yeah. I think. I don't know, maybe that's one of those things that like relatively average height guys say, but they wouldn't actually do. Beats me. Yes. We need to force trigger... We could still force trigger poop butt. Saw one of your older videos, you were fat AF. I was getting pretty heavy, man. There's no excuse for a 6'1" fella like me to be like 230 pounds. Well, maybe that's like, I'm like fat shaming my old self, but like, my head was fucking big for sure. It put and a lot of the weight was not in the cranial region too. Oh, you're right, this should be here. 230 at 6'1" is kind of normal. Not if you're the type of 6'1" that's actually 5'10". Like I am. If you're that type of 6'1", well, I felt like I had to rein it in. You might be functional mass, I don't know. Alright, this is important. We need something that improves the quality of our pegs. Like every 1.5 seconds doubling a random peg? It's something. Two random pegs get smacked when reroll me. Kazoo and Straw is a classic build. I'll take your word on that one. I'll pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. You see the post that was like, that dude must have invented Klarna? His dream finally became a reality? Whatever, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Klarna is the worst word I've ever had to utter. I think this may honestly be like the first few times I've ever said the word out loud. You don't even know what Klarna is? Klarna is like, hang on, I'm feasting with the beasts. Klarna is like the buy now, pay later company. I do think, like, when everything became... When expensive stuff was like, you can do buy now, pay later, I was like, that makes sense to me. Maybe that's a good thing. Seeing it applied to DoorDash did break my spirit a little bit, but they will not turn me against my fellow man. It does seem insane to me that you could be like, I want a burrito badly right now, but I don't want to pay for it until like November. But at the same time, isn't it also like, maybe this is naive of me, but some of the screenshots I've seen of Klarna are like, you could buy this pizza right now, eat the pizza, and pay for it in 6 months, or pay for it like in installments. But it was like 0% financing, which is actually, you'd be stupid to pay for your food now. You could just buy a $20 lunch, put the $20 from lunch into a CD, and then before you know it, you got $20.72 by the time you got to play Klarna, and all of a sudden you just made 72 cents off the top. I do it constantly to raise my credit score. That's fucking sick, actually. I didn't even think about that. That's bad. What did you break? Whatever. Kazoo. That was like my most important item by far. I'm getting to that 800 credit score, one burrito at a time. It's gotta be that. Poop butt kinda bad now. I can see that, but I gotta get to a shop. I can only solve it by getting to a shop. But I see what you're saying. What you're saying is poop butt doesn't need to be in slot 7. We could put the jacks in slot number 7. And put poop butt in slot number 1, so if something breaks, it's poop butt. I feel you, man. I feel you. Can you buy a house on Klarna? You can buy a house with a similar system to Klarna, but instead of 0% interest, it's probably going to be like 5.5, 6, which can really add up with the price of houses these days. Chop me? Huge, huge. Why do I only have 6 coins? The jack is pretty good. I guess if you're gonna get doubled, yeah, let's put it there. You need tomato? I didn't even see tomato. Oh, there was no tomato. That explains it. One? Oh, you know what? I'm stalling out. Because I don't have anything that increases the value of pegs. All I can rely on is like the sum total of the values of all of the pegs that are on the board to begin with, which is not always enough to comfortably pass the round goal and earn more money. The next purchase, 100%, must be something that improves the value of pegs. Oh, you're right, I got a jumble for straws. 30 pegs popped, force trigger 5, 6, and 7? 30 seems like a lot, but jumbled. Huge! You must increase the value of pegs, man. You're not increasing the value of pegs. None of you are increasing the value of pegs. You've scammed me. You've broken my heart. I think I hold, man. I think I sell. I'm going all in. Sell poop butt, buy E, get E to re-trigger Crazy Straw Plus. Couldn't afford it anyway. Don't fall. Don't fall. We win this by... Pregnancy test is in a spicy spot. You're not wrong. We win this by bouncing 30 times. If we bounce 30 times, we clear the whole board. Don't kill me. Where's my 32? Oh, where's my hug? This is such a cursed board, man. Saved. Not just saved, crushed. Destroyed. You know what people don't say anymore? Chibli, I don't know if they ever said this in New Zealand. But in North America, people used to really say, protect this house a lot. It's been maybe like a decade since I heard anybody say in earnest, protect this house. They did? Yeah, man. Huge. At like sporting events and stuff like that. I need money. I need to save my money. They also used to say this shit. They used to go, here, let's test it. Let's test to see if you remember. Left side. See that? That's magic, man. Strong side, strong side. That's what I'm talking about. They say North America doesn't have culture. What about left side, strong side, man? What about some OHIO type shit? That one kind of pisses me off, but you know, you gotta have something. What about Terry Tate office linebacker? Oh, we've got old museums and paintings and stuff like that. Okay, well, we got Terry Tate office linebacker. You don't hear us complaining. Okay, there's no question. We need Kazoo. We need a reroll. Nubby launched mutates into the non-upgraded version of the item to the left of me for the rest of the round. First peg popped. Okay, I think, I hate to say it because squid copying pregnancy tests could be great. I think we need 3D glasses to double the value of our pegs and possibly freeze this squid for now. And then survive. Fuck you, dude. Yes! Glasses desperately needs re-trigger. I'm gonna -2 you on that and say you have no vision. Well, no, I think you're right. That's my new play. I knew it. I knew we fucking get there. I knew it, man. Sure. How's your March Madness bracket doing? Pretty good. I got Paige buckets in NCAA women's. I mean, that was a gimme as soon as, you know, USC got dusted. Who's left on the men's side? Houston? I don't know. Yeah, I got a perfect bracket so far. That's what I'm trying to say. Guys, you don't have to be worried about pregnancy tests. I mean, protect this house, okay? We run this joint. How rare is it to have a perfect March Madness bracket? Because I've successfully had a perfect bracket for, how old am I? 36 years running. 36 years running. There's, like, I'm a probability believer. I'm a math believer. But there's some things that just don't pass the smell test. You know where they say some shit that's like, There's so many possible permutations of positions on a chessboard. Like, there's more of those than there are, like, atoms in the universe. That shit doesn't fucking fly. You must think that we're stupid. You must think we're dumb. There's no way. The universe is humongous and it's full of atoms. And a chessboard is like, I don't even know, man. It's like 32 pieces on a 64-piece board. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, like, it's the same one. Every time you shuffle a deck of cards, it's a never-before-seen configuration of that deck of cards. No, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. People have been playing cards for years, man. It just doesn't make any sense. Hang on, we got 99 gold. We got to go super E. Eat as much food as possible. Might as well. Gives a croissant perk. When the highest number peg is popped, has an X% chance to force trigger the item in slot number 3 for each remaining life gain plus 25% odds. Holy fuck. Rerolls cafe foods. I wouldn't mind. Damn, we're balling out of control, dude. I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm like, you must really think we're stupid to believe that one. I had a feeling that we had this one covered. I swear I've seen the first exact same hand twice in a row in Balatro. That's what I'm saying, man! We used to play euchre and crazy eights like, every single lunch hour because we were so freaking cool, and Malf will vouch for that. There's no way I haven't started with like the same euchre hand at least 2 times in a row, man. That's not a deck, that's a hand? Okay, so like multiply it by 8 or whatever, man. They literally think we're dumb. If they could sell you on that, they could sell you on anything. There's probably like 25,000 configurations of a deck of cards. I'm just gonna take it and be lazy and not worry about it too much. There's a lot of, like, if it was that rare to, like, have a configuration like that on a deck of cards, doing Magic would be impossible, and it's not, so that doesn't really make sense to me to begin with. Magicians would always be like, is this your card? Ooh, they would be wincing. They would be like, the odds are really bad. The odds are like 1 in 17 googillion. Oh, it is? Well, what are the odds? Randomizes all items in your inventory. Nah, I don't think we'll be doing that yet. Instead, I'll pay 11 gold for a reroll that should have cost me 0. Why not, man? Extra reroll in the Nubby Mart. What if you just made a chain of E's, man? E. I was thinking about Kazoo as well, but E. Great video. Why don't magicians win every poker tournament then? That's a trick question. They won't let them deal. If the magician was allowed to deal themselves, it'd be over. We take those, man. We take those. What the heck is 1.2 und? I gotta see what happens if we get to over 9.9 und, okay? It's a beautiful sound. This is what it's like to live next to a construction site. This is what it sounds like in a streamer's head when they tell the story about their next door neighbor using a lawnmower at 11 a.m. on a Saturday. It is going Andy Bernard mode. I just got to see what happens at 9.9, okay? POV, you're watching a CRT television at volume 7? That's damn true, man. It'll go to 10, okay. Alright, if you say it'll go to 10, I trust you. That's good enough for me. You think Nubby's is based on a true story? Isn't it based on Severance? I thought this was like working in quantified macro data or whatever. Macro data refinement? Well, I don't watch that garbage, man. I did watch one episode. I thought it was pretty good, but upgrades the rightmost item in your inventory, deletes the leftmost. I won't be doing that today. I'm sorry to inform you. I will be gaining the croissant perk. And then looking for stuff we already have. Y'all, we don't need the squid. You put another E in there. It just makes sense. There you go. There you go. Get in there, lads. You could have copied the E? Bro, I don't need to copy it. I got the real thing. Certified, organic, all-natural, plant-based E. We can't be stopped. That's enough of that. I don't even think you need the pregnancy test. Let's test that. You fucked me, bud. You really screwed me on that one. Hold. Hold. Yes! Yes! Why would you sell it? Because it's fucking funny. 1% odds for rare items across all shops. Okay, don't mind if I do. Huge. 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 Plus, it's good for the void perk. Kazumi. Flaming Skull me. We are Flaming Skull. Name that movie. Can't be done. They're not allowed to make movies like that anymore. Tropic Thunder? Never seen it. Problematic if you have seen it. That was nubtastic. Listen here. Flaming Skull, fuckface. Why don't you take one step backwards and literally fuck your own face? We don't negotiate with terrorists. Favorite Howard Stern guest? I don't know. Can I get a list of all the Howard Stern guests who have rode the Sibian on the show? Easiest run of my life. 7.9 unk. Okay, /Martin. Hillary Clinton did not ride the Sibian when she went on Howard Stern, okay? She was like, wah, 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 talking about politics or something. Not the reason I listen to the show. Hop on the Sibian or get the fuck off the air, lady. Whoever you are.